What is going on, YouTube? So coming back with my final video of the day, and that is my latest reaction to NBA news. So I've actually been doing these videos pretty frequently now, a lot more than I expected to. But some big news coming out of Chicago today, and even bigger news coming out of Golden State. But first, let's start with the Indiana Pacers waiving Shayne Whittington. You know, I was following the storyline today a little bit, and then I heard that it was coming down to either Glenn Robinson or Shayne Whittington that they were most likely going to waive before the, I think it was the end of August. I don't know if it was the end of this month. I mean, it would make sense at the end of this month just because he was waived today, and we're drawing closer to the end of the month. But either way, that was a short tenure for Shayne Whittington with the Pacers. Next one, JaVale McGee to the Golden State Warriors. JaVale McGee, they need a rim protector. They signed him to a make good deal through training camp. See if he can make the team. See if they can add an extra rim protector. The Warriors might be the king of every type of highlights next season, between Shaq and a full, just all the buckets they're going to be draining, and then, I mean, just the pure fact of how good they're going to be. Should be interesting to see if he actually makes the team. That's a big storyline that I'm going to watch. All right, next one. Dwyane Wade, press conference with the Chicago Bulls. On a more serious note, I don't think anyone was really, I won't say fantasizing because that's kind of weird, but I don't think anyone was really picturing Dwyane Wade to the Chicago Bulls and just being like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool. But the more and more it happens, the more and more you're like, well, actually, yeah, that is really cool. Dwyane Wade might, I don't know if he's going to finish his career out there, but either way, I think it's cool. It's weird to see him. It's still weird to see him not in a Heat uniform, especially wearing a Bulls uniform for at the press conference, photo shoot, all that stuff today. But either way, he went back home. He quoted today that the decision was solely for him, which is good. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be making a decision for anyone. I mean, you don't want to be making a decision for anyone else, obviously. So, like I said, I respect the move on his part. I mean, there's no move that I'm going to say, screw it. Like I said, even Kevin Durant, even that move to some degree, I was still I respect it. He might not have been the greatest in the public eye, but, it's whatever. And then last one, Jimmy Butler trade rumors. So, man, these have been spreading around like wildfire this offseason. About 2 weeks ago, it was announced that the Bulls were no longer shopping Jimmy Butler. The Bulls are in an interesting situation right now where, short term, they'll be fine. They'll still make the playoffs, most likely. With a decent backcourt, they're going to struggle a little bit in the starting five with floor spacing. Depth-wise, they got some guys that can shoot. But in the starting five, they're going to have some problem with spacing the floor. And it is a little bit of a clash of playing styles and strengths with the Chicago Bulls starting five, especially in the backcourt between Dwyane Wade, Rajon Rondo, and Jimmy Butler. And overall, it's just hard to figure out if the Bulls want to keep Jimmy Butler moving forward, if that's who they want to build around, or if they want to, start completely new. They're in a weird situation. I was talking about this with a buddy yesterday, and it is kind of weird to figure out because while Jimmy Butler's not really a guy that you build around, which is true, you wouldn't really think it. He's still a top 5 small forward in this game. They could go one way and just completely gut the team, which, again, they're in a weird place right now because they do have some young talent that's up and coming, some players they made investments in. And it seems like for the short term, they're still trying to compete. But at the same time, they're shopping Jimmy Butler. You completely gut the franchise. But where do you go from there? I don't see the Bulls tanking for a draft pick this year. And I don't see them taking to pick up a Jason Tatum, Harry Giles, or Josh Jackson. But, they might. I don't think so. We'll see before the season starts. But also, this is a huge free agency class for 2017. You would really think of a normally attractive destination like the Chicago Bulls would have tried to keep some salary cap space and, an attractive option for 2017. But like I said, that's still a long ways away. Who knows what type of moves they're going to what type of moves they're going to make, what type of players which players will be interested in them. And then if they pick up any players by trade, or, they have some guy like Bobby Portis break out. Anyway, any number of ways that could go. Like I said, Chicago Bulls are a weird situation right now. I could talk about it for a while, but I'm going to cut it off there. Like I said, last video for today. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able actually to get tomorrow. Maybe actually not at all. I have to spend the entire day moving, so if it's until Sunday that I get any videos up, which still isn't that long, then I guess peace out until Sunday, guys. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So yeah.